Hello mga ka-law school, magandang araw. Ako po ulit si Jeff, an incoming first year law student. So last time I gave you tips on how to choose your law school, kung ano yung mga factors that you can consider para naman mas mapabilis or mas mapadali yung pagde-decide ninyo sa law school na papasukan ninyo. So assuming na nakapili na kayo ng law school na papasukan ninyo, then, so i-discuss ko naman ngayon kung ano ba yung mga ilan sa mga admission process na pwede nyong maranasan. Isang tip ko, apply to maybe 2 to 3 law school, wag lang sa isa, so that kung meron mang isang law school na hindi kayo tinanggap, at least meron kayong backup plan. Kasi hindi naman sigurado na pag nag-apply kayo sa law school na to is matatanggap kayo. So, at least mag-apply kayo sa 2 or 3 law school. Kung kaya nyo apat na law school. Mostly naman, same lang ng process. Dapat lang, bago kayo mag-apply, number 1 tip ko, dapat meron na kayong transcript of record. Ito yung record kung saan nandoon yung mga grades nyo nung college. Isa rin itong sa patunay na naka-graduate na kayo sa college. Remember, I said on my first video na ang number 1 prerequisite para kayo ay makapag-law school is dapat tapos na kayo ng undergrad course. So kung may TOR na kayo, definitely isa yan sa mahalaga na kailangan sa pag-apply sa law school. So in my case, I applied for 3 law school. So ngayon, ikukwento ko kung ano yung admission experience ko sa bawat isa sa kanila. Okay? So number 1 law school na in-applyan ko is JRU or Jose Rizal University. Sa Jose Rizal University o JRU sa may Mandaluyong, ang ganito yung karanasan ko. I applied on their website siguro around February 2021. And then sinagutan ko lang yung online application form nila. I gave my number, I gave my email. And then after that, naghintay na lang ako kung kailan yung magiging examination or interview process nila. Kasi I thought pagka papasok ka sa law school, usually may exam and interview. Pero wala ako na-receive na update, and then tumawag din ako, sabi around March, April tumatawag ako, sabi hindi pa daw opening yung admission nila, so maghintay lang ako. So that time nag-apply na ako sa ibang law school din kasi 2 law school pa yung in-applyan ko. So, hindi ko masyadong naasikaso sa JRU. After ng ilang months, bandang July na, naka-receive na lang ako ng text message from JRU inviting me to enroll sa law school nila. Pero nung natanggap ko kasi yung text message from JRU is natanggap na rin ako sa isa pang law school. I-discuss ko mamaya yung admission process doon. So, hindi ko na na-entertain si JRU. So, sa JRU, so, in-assume ko na merong exam, pero parang wala. Kasi kung meron, hindi nila ako dapat kaagad i-invite for enrollment. So, palagay ko, wala siyang examination. But before pandemic kasi, nire-require nila yung PhilSat. PhilSat is an examination na nire-require ng ibang school. Pero kung sabi kasi ng Supreme Court, hindi daw dapat nire-require ng PhilSat. So may ibang school na nanghihingi pa rin ng PhilSat, meron school na hindi naman na-require ng PhilSat. But nung pandemic, hindi na rin nakapagpa-exam ang Legal Education Board. So wala talagang PhilSat. So ngayon, for this year, ang JRU hindi nag-require ng PhilSat at wala rin examination, hindi rin ako invite for interview. Nagulat na lang ako na meron akong invitation for enrollment. Ayun nga, hindi naman ako nagtuloy dahil nga natanggap na ako sa ibang school and nag-enroll na ako doon. Okay? So, yun yung JRU. Pangalawang school is yung nag-apply din ako sa UP. So, let's admit it, UP is one of the best law school in our country, if not the best. So, I also tried going to UP. Unfortunately, I did not pass the LAE examination. LAE is the examination given for those who want to go to the UP College of Law in Diliman or in BGC. Unfortunately nga, bagsak, hindi ako nakapasa sa exam na yun. Remember, ang daming gustong makapasok sa UP. But I think around 300 plus lang. So I think this year, parang 320 plus lang yata yung nakapasa out of 1,500 na kumuha ng LAE examination. So napakababa ng percentage of passing. Gayun pa man, trinay ko pa rin, and this is the admission process. No? Number 1, actually meron silang tatlong admission process or 4 admission process. Number 1, una, you just need to fill up the application form. Then doon basic information about you. Then sa bandang huli, there are some essay question that you need to answer. Then you also need to submit the transcript of record and then your general weighted average certified by your undergrad university or college. So based on that essay and based on your grades ng college, doon nila i-determine whether you're going to proceed with their second step. And fortunately, I was able to pass the first assessment. And they let me proceed to the second step. Now, before the second step, they will ask you to pay 1,000 pesos. Then that was what I did. I paid 1,000 pesos for me to be able to proceed to the second step of the admission, which is yung Moodle examination. So they will give you a Moodle account. Itong Moodle account na to, ginagamit talaga to ng UPE din sa kanilang Open University. So basically, dun sa Moodle account na yun, they can make examination, they can make announcement. So dun sa Moodle account na yun, binigyan kami siguro ng mga ilang days to answer the question that they will post. Sa Moodle account, merong grammar, may reading comprehension, merong meron silang video na pinakita. Then you will answer questions based doon sa video na yon. And then ayun, so kung okay yung performance mo dun sa second examination or sa second assessment nila, they will now allow you to take the LAE proper. So meaning may mga nabawas na from the first, then the second assessment. Then sa third assessment, ito na yung LAE proper. Ang nakapasa lang or ang inalaw nilang makakuha ng LAE is around 1,500. Okay? So biruin mo kung 1,500 yung inalaw nila maglae, ilang kaya yung natanggal dun sa second step, ilang kaya yung natanggal sa first step. So hindi ko alam, but fortunately I was able to take the LAE examination. I also paid 1,000 pesos for me to be able to take the LAE. So 2,000 na yung binayaran ko. Sa LAE, you will use yung Exemplify. It is an application really designed to take tests and examination even without proctors. So itong Exemplify na to, may nakatutok lang sa yung camera, making sure that you're not doing any cheating. Then naka-open din yung mic so that they will hear you kung ano yung ginagawa mo beside answering question. Baka kasi, for example, may kinakausap ka to ask question or yung to ask for answer. So you cannot do that because the video and the mic of your camera is open while you're doing your examination. So ngayon, LAE, hindi ko pinasa. Ayan. So hindi na ako nakapunta doon sa fourth step ng UP admission, which is yung interview. Okay. Kung makapasa ka sa interview ng UP, Diliman, College of Law, then that's the time na admitted ka na talaga sa P. So, yun, hindi nga ako pinasa. So, pero, dito sa third school na in-applyan ko, dito ako nakapasa, ang Polytechnic University of the Philippines. So, itong PUP, nakita ko lang din siya sa mga vlogs, sa mga Reddit, and I heard that time na mura yung tuition fee. Kaya nag-try na din ako, and maganda din naman yung reputation ng PUP, especially sa mga undergrad courses nila. So doon ako nag-apply sa PUP. For PUP, meron din silang online application form. Then you just need to submit your transcript of record. Yun lang, transcript of record lang. But yung sa kanila, kailangan certified true copy. Tanong nyo sa register ng inyong undergrad kung makakakuha kayo ng certified true copy. Pwede yan. And then, they just asked me to pay the exam fee of 500 pesos. After paying, pumunta ako ng PUP para magbayad sa cashier nila. You can also pay through Land Bank. After paying, naghintay ako ng schedule for examination. Nung binigay examination date, binigyan kami kung paano nga ba yung magiging process ng examination. So, yung examination, there are 2 parts. Number 1, first part is yung multiple choice. There are grammar, logic, and reasoning question. Then, yung second part is yung essay. So, they gave us an answer sheet. And then, we need to print that. So, during the examination, we will use a Zoom meeting. Merong proctor na nakabantay, a lawyer din, siguro isa sa mga faculty ng College of Law ng PUP. And then meron siyang mga student assistant monitoring those who are taking the examination. So ganito ang sistema, the proctor and the assistants are watching you while you're taking the examination. Your camera should be showing your table where you are writing, and if possible should be showing your face. The mic is not required to be open, and then the question will be flash sa screen, then merong timer sa baba. You will know kung gaano pa katagal mo pwedeng sagutan yung question. Then sa answer sheet that you have printed, you will write your answer. For example, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I remember there are 60 questions for multiple choice. So you just need to answer the question within the time limit. So first, for page, for example, there are 30 seconds or 40 seconds na pwede mo sagutan yung answer. So ayun, so isa-isa nilang pina-flash yung tanong. And then after you answer all the question and after the question are flashed, you will need to take picture of your answer sheet. And then the college the attorney or the lawyer will send the link where you can submit your answer. And that's it for the multiple choice. Then the same process for essay. So it's same that they will flash the question to the screen. They will give you ample time to answer the essay. Then after you have answered all the essay, in my case, there are 5 essay question that you need to answer. Then you will also need to take picture, then upload your answer or the picture to the link that will be provided. So yan, and then the waiting process after the examination, the waiting time after the examination is 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, the passer were announced through the Facebook page of the PUP College of Law, and then it was announced, I think it was Friday, then the next day, interview na kagad. So binigyan na kagad kami ng Zoom link meeting for the interview. So the interview process is like a panel interview. There are 2 or 3 lawyers that will ask you question. And you will be alone, okay? No other applicants will be with you while in an interview, which is, I think, is the usual process when it comes to interview process even with other schools. So mag-isa ka lang, of course, and then 2 to 3 other lawyers who will ask you question. And if you're lucky, the dean of the PUP College of Law will be there in your meeting room, observing, and sometimes he will also ask questions. So after the interview, I think we waited for 3 weeks before we learned who passed the interview, and luckily I got in, so I passed sa Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Ngayon, I'm already done with my enrollment, and our classes will start on August 16. So that's it. That is the admission process for the 3 law school where I applied. Now, if you're asking paano naman din sa ibang school, you can always check their websites, their Facebook page. They will definitely open their admission to their law school at the right time. So usually nag-o-open yan earliest December, January, February, March, then ang usually examination April, May, June, kasi ang pasukan talaga is August to September. So always remember that kung meron na kayo napiling law school, to always check on their website. Definitely they will announce yung admission date nila or yung admission process nila and the requirements. Siguro ang pinaka-importanting requirements that you need to always prepare is yung transcript of record. Yun yung hinihingi talaga nila as proof that you have already graduated from college. And then in case of UP, if you will apply in UP, i-prepare nyo na rin yung general weighted average ninyo. Okay? On my next video, siguro I will discuss yung enrollment process sa PUP. I will discuss that so you just have an idea kung paano nga ba enrollment ngayon, especially during the pandemic. Okay? Salamat sa panonood ng video. See you on my next. Thank you. Bye-bye.